Hey everybody, want to take a second to do a little update on the 69. Once again, this was going to be my first car, the car that Dad had. It was sandblasted forever ago, left in the building. It had literally really rough surface rust all over the whole car, so it always had bothered me that the inner shell of the car was super rusty. But just want to show you kind of what's happened. So I got the car back. It does have two brand new, these are the regular AMDs, these aren't the more expensive quarters, but the regular AMD quarters on it. It does have two brand new outer wheel houses, and it has brand new trunk drop off, so everything's in there done right. Welded all the way up. Done good down here in the bottom. Fitment's real nice. Right before I dropped it off, as y'all probably remember, I had to redid the upper and lower hinges and then sandblasted the inside of the doors, which I guess the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and re-sandblast the outside of the doors. Guy doesn't want to have to come back and have to do it again. Redo the front fenders too. We're going to sandblast all of it just to make sure. We got to pull out some of the, or I have to pull out some of the filler that's here. I left some of it in there. I shouldn't have done it. I don't know too if it was where that compressor I was spraying was having a lot of moisture in it. But I need to pull this out because stuff's coming back in. So I'll redo all the body work here. We'll blot the whole car. And you can kind of see, and this is what I'm talking about. I sandblasted the car probably 10 years ago, 10, 11, 12, something like that. But these are actually where the rust was, where some of this is still primer. That black, I think it's feather feel is what I put on black. But I want to do it just one more time, make sure. I want to make sure the thing is as pretty as the white metal can be after I sandblast it, and then I'll stick it in epoxy and then do all of the body work on top of it. Now, once again, 2 quarters. See how well it's fit to the car. All the lines look really good. Need to still do some seam seal stuff. This is also an AMD filler panel. And then another AMD passenger quarter. And you can just see how well it lines up. Looks good. Car looks half decent now. But everything all that's buttoned up. Like I said, you can still see it on top. But I wanted to get the rust out of the inside of the shell. Down there on the floor pans, the trunk pans, the inner part of the package tray back here. Because I didn't want to have to worry about it coming back. Just like when I sandblasted inside of here, you'll see I sandblasted inside of the shell some too. Might be kind of hard to see it. But I didn't want to have to worry about it. Sandblasted inside the dash, top of the dash. The roof looks pretty good. Come on. The roof does look pretty good. So it looks pretty nice. I'll get in there and I'll clean it. I'll probably epoxy it too, just to do it one time. And in this side, the bottom, had him patch it, had him patch the door. And same thing, fitment, weld through primer. And then see how good it looks. But those AMD quarters seem to fit pretty well. So once again, from last video, if you haven't been keeping up, I am going to do basically a Copo clone out of this car because I got everything to do it. I was thinking about SS stuff on it, but I think I like the idea of it just being a Copo clone. I got a big block 204R. It's a brand new cowl panel on it. The other one was bent, and same thing, just rust and pits. New, just fits good. But it's come a long way, which is a huge win. This side wasn't that bad. I don't really see much rust on this side. So really do that. Fix the floor pans. There's a little bit of rust down here. To me, it's not enough to warrant to pull it out. Fix that cowl panel. Once again, sandblast everything, epoxy it, and then start from epoxy. And then buy a new rear spoiler, throw on it. But hopefully now it's in the easier part. The only thing that made all this tough, though, going back into the shop, is it makes, as you can tell, the shop a little bit more crowded when I have 3 first gens in here. All I'm waiting on this still is the hose. And then this stuff, it's just not as much space. Still waiting on the rear end. I can't really do a whole lot more to this car till the rear end comes in, because then I can do the exhaust, do the front disc brakes. I can have it pretty much ready to go. And then Dad's car. But it is a little tight in here, to say the least. But hopefully, like I said, we'll be doing a little bit more to this. That little motor, the rear main seal leaks just a little bit in it. Need to address that, but I'll probably just keep it as a backup motor. It's almost a little too aggressive for something that you'd drive, to be honest with you, with that big old cam in it. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully in the next month, my game plan is to go ahead and blast it. Top, the doors, the fenders, like I said, get them in epoxy, do the body work on them, and then go ahead and stick them in probably slick sand, and then start blocking it, getting it ready for some paint, and do that once again, do a little sheet metal work inside the car, and get that thing knocked out, painted, and then probably go ahead and put the motor trans in it, and then I got 12 bolt. Throw the rear end on it. I got all the chrome, which is cool. I got the rear bumper, new front bumper. I need to get the rocker spears for it. The car is, once again, an X44, so it did not come with drip rail chrome. It did not come with the gills on it, which that's kind of what I want. To look really, really factory. And then I can either run rallies on it, which I have a whole set of the 15.8s, the 15.7s, or I have everything to do another set of poverty caps. I don't know. We'll do one or the other. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Especially if you like first gens.